welcome back to my channel. My name's SKYMAN UNIVERSE. Before we get into anything whatsoever, the last 3 episodes of The Mandalorian, the first season, which I was doing, they were all filmed, but unfortunately for some reason I could not put them on my channel, so the reaction videos kind of have to change. But now that the season 2 episode 1 has just come out of The Mandalorian, I have to do it. I'm recording this, I don't even know if I'm going to upload it, but I'm recording it anyway. I don't know what I'm expecting here. I feel like the trailers which came out were very, very secretive. It really didn't tease anything, just sort of general feel like certain things were going to happen, but it was no like massive surprise. Whether that means there are going to be surprises in these episodes, I don't know. The thing I'm kind of looking forward to the most, I expect it to be like Ahsoka for a lot of people if she turns up in live action form. I don't know if that's an absolute thing or not, if that's actually happening or not. But for me, I think it would probably be more along the lines of Boba Fett turning up somehow. I don't know. I feel like Boba Fett, that episode would be kind of at the end of the season, because that would be like the ultimate tease. But I've done it so many times where I've got my hopes up and nothing comes into fruition. And then I just sit there and think, okay. But hopefully there's going to be something exciting with this episode, which really sort of reels you in, gets you straight back into the Mandalorian again. Like the last 2 episodes of season 1 I loved with is it Moff Gideon. His theme's awesome. He looks like a real antagonist, so maybe he'll jump in straight away. It could be some Darksaber thing, I don't know. But I mean, realistically, I feel like it's just going to be sort of a mellow introduction episode, but I really hope it's something amazing, spectacular and special. I shall record all my reactions and then we'll see at the end. Like I say in my trailers, it's that moment just before you watch it where you know nothing, and then at the end you know everything, and all the speculations either true or not. This is the moment I like so much, just before you're about to watch something Star Wars related. I love this feeling. Like, I want to sit in this feeling for I don't know how long now. But I'm very excited for this episode. I'd like to see Mandalorian in his jetpack more. I think the whole Yoda planet will be, or it might not be actually, it might not be revealed in this season, because next season's already begun filming, or the one after that. So it could be sort of a build-up thing to finally get there, and that the journey of returning Baby Yoda is the overall importance of the story. But small things, I mean, new planets would be cool. I don't know. There's so many things that I want here, but I think with Star Wars at the moment, I just get it into my head is not to expect anything, and then something will be great. So let us begin and enjoy. Previously on Lost. Change the intro. Get rid of the sequels. Thanks. It's like Gamora and gods fighting. Oh my god, it is. I keep seeing sequel aliens in there, which I don't want to see because it reminds me of the sequels. Because those aliens don't fit in. You gotta be out of your mind, boy. He's not giving that up. Surprise! I like that it's kicked off straight away in the episode. Awesome! I love just this whole intro of the episode. It's like what the Mando does best. The fight scene is pretty awesome as well. And that music is giving me the chills. All good signs. Oh. Yes, do a Jango Fett and a Boba Fett. Oh my! Is this gonna be Boba Fett? It's gonna be Boba Fett, isn't it? Mandalorian armor. Oh my god. That is creepy. What a great start to the Mandalorian. That was awesome. Like, that's so true to his character as well. Is Boba Fett going to come in straight away? He's got to come in. On Tatooine, who else would be there? I love that it's back on Tatooine. I'm so happy. She grew on me, actually. Though I did say that she would be cool if she was Watto, or Watto was there as well. That would have been an extra nice touch, but a costly one, I would have thought.
Now take your time, seriously.
Is that R5 from A New Hope? R5. Was it R5? And who survived? It's got to be. Oh man, that's made me really nostalgic. That's such a nice touch. I love it. I love so much as a Tatooine episode. Like, it's just my favourite place to go. I wouldn't mind if all the Mandalorian was just set in Tatooine, to be honest. Deserved for people who know how to tell stories in Star Wars. A lightsaber!
Your Marshal wears Mandalorian armor? Huh? See for yourself.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that actually Boba Fett?
What brings you here, stranger?
He's too tall for... Seriously? It can't be Boba Fett. Someone wearing Boba Fett's armor. Is that Boba Fett? What the hell? Oh my god. I've got chills. What the hell?
I've never met a real Mandalorian.
It's not... If it was Boba Fett, then it would be the same actor as... I can't pronounce his name very well, so I'm not going to do it.
See me wearing this hardware. So...
It's not Boba Fett. Is that a crate dragon? I think I heard a crate dragon. It's Obi-Wan's noise, isn't it? Is that a crate dragon? That's crazy. Oh, this is freaking awesome. I love it so much. It's a hungry crate dragon. No. That was awesome. That's a massive crate dragon. Never see, we just see the bones one like in A New Hope, and that's it. It's nice to put a body to some bones. Oh my goodness, man! What the hell? What the hell? I just heard the noise. Oh my god, Anakin's pod. That is my childhood, and it lives on. It's just modified into that is awesome. Bravo, bravo. This is amazing. I love this episode. Man, this is so cool. So the jar was found Boba Fett's armor from the Sarlacc pit. That's just crazy. Even though it's too small for him, or he's too tall for the armor. It looks amazing. Sounds amazing. Jetpack. Rocket launcher, I mean. Awesome. Boba Fett would be proud of you. Oh my god. Anakin's engines are just sending goosebumps down my spine. I think the Tuskens will be a bit more savage than that. I think sort of hand gestures and signals. I think they'd probably just be like animals. You know what Anakin would do with animals. This is an awesome episode. Tuskens, half Boba Fett, Tatooine, Crate Dragon, of course Mandalorian and Yoda, Baby Yoda. Good luck. The size of that thing. Whoa! Oh dear. Oh, it makes me so happy. This is a great episode. Anakin's pod in the corner. This is so awesome. Like, the suspense is high. I don't see any villagers there, it's just the Tuskens that are doing the hard work. I think the Weequay had like an 18th century musket. Oh! What the hell? Oh my goodness. What the hell? What the hell? He's an evil bastard, this Crate Dragon. Awesome. This is amazing. I love their jetpacks way more than that shit. You can see why the Tuscans are afraid of crate dragons when everyone does the noise. That jetpack's seen that far too many times. Uncontrolled takeoffs. Fly off! Go! What the hell? Whoa. Everything looks awesome. And there's the crate dragon bones. It's such a nice touch. Let him have the armor. I hope so too. He's a cool guy. I like him. They make a good team. That was an awesome episode. Like, so many cool things happened. Like, it was absolutely loved it. It was like so well thought out. I didn't think that jump. Oh my freaking goodness! What? Oh my fucking shit! What the hell? What the hell? Oh, that freaking Boba Fett! What the freaking hell? I really just don't know what to say. That episode was just amazing. Seriously, Boba Fett at the end there. I mean, that was the most ultimate tease. To show him like at the start and you think, is that Boba Fett? Is that Boba Fett? And then to work out eventually it wasn't Boba Fett, but his armor lives on. You think, well, you know, Boba Fett's not coming back. Obviously he perished in the Sarlacc pit and that's the end of it. Like, this is like legit and canon and everything. And to think after that amazing episode, like so many amazing things happened in that episode. Like, I loved every single minute of it. It felt so Star Warsy. Just the whole feel and vibe. The story was awesome as well. It really got me into the season so perfectly. And then to have, when I thought you saw me at the end there, like, I thought I'd already started talking because I thought it would finish. And then a guy then, oh, what the hell? That was amazing. Like, that's what I wanted at the start. I said I'd love to see Boba Fett back. And the fact this happened in the first episode, I mean, is this just to like reel us in and maybe they're not going to be as epic as this, but I mean, that was amazing. And I love the fact so much that Boba Fett has returned. So there's like, it's his own story, like teased Boba Fett in season 1, but it wasn't him. It was obviously the Marshal Sheriff looking over it. That was awesome. The corpse of that other bounty hunter, and then to actually now see him alive, so he's going to be wanting his Mandalorian armor, so there might be a Boba Fett scrap for him getting his armor back, so that's another story which goes to some amazing place. And then to actually see him don his armor again and then do some Boba Fett things, actually get to see more of the characters. Well, my god, I'm so excited for that. Like, this is just such amazing storytelling. What Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are doing with this is great. I love the direction it's going in. Like I said, the trailer did not do this justice whatsoever. The trailer, I thought, was just very basic. Like, there was nothing wow about it. It was just cool. It was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Mandalorian's coming up. But to see that episode like that, I mean, it's just classic Dave Filoni. This is what he does with the Clone Wars. I think he's the ultimate Star Wars tease, and he doesn't show you anything, and then when you see it, and then you see something like that, it's a proper surprise. And there's a part of me when I watch the trailers, because I love watching trailers, I love making trailers, but then when you watch it, you think, yeah, that's great, and you don't want anything spoiled, but at the same time you want to see a load of exciting stuff. You want to see some snippet of something, but it's good to do it in this way, because the shock, which is totally unexpected there, and that's when my Star Wars fandom hits the roof. I don't get this sort of same feeling when we watch the sequels, I didn't have those moments. It was really bland, and it progressively got worse. Mandalorian, on the other hand, is something that's completely different, and it's progressively getting better. And from what we can tell from that episode so far, that's just an amazing start to the season, and surely better things will follow. I mean, sure, they went to Tatooine, and that was pulling on my heartstring already. It's incredibly nostalgic for all of us. But this is the thing which I've said previously as well. When I see Tatooine like this, and the fact that Tatooine keeps coming back, it makes me think, well, wouldn't it be awesome if they actually just changed the theme park in Disney World, Galaxy's Edge? It should have been Tatooine, and I still think that's probably one of their biggest blunders, along with a lot of things along the way of the sequels, and doing sort of the opposite of what fans want, and letting this strange story group run Lucasfilm at the moment with these strange decisions. It's like people who had a problem with Star Wars when they were younger, and now they're the people in control of Lucasfilm. That's not what you want for Lucasfilm. These people who are making The Mandalorian at the moment should be higher up, heading Lucasfilm and making decisions, because this is clearly made by Star Wars fans. Like, it's adamant. There's small things like in the Crate Dragon. I'm pretty sure on Wikipedia, I don't know how many years ago, if it was in game or something, but there was a pearl that was meant to be in the Crate Dragon, and that is something which just sparked my memory straight away seeing that, and I think that's something that a Star Wars fan would do and write. Like, there's just so many well thought out things, and connecting it with the prequels so well as well, with Anakin Skywalker's pod there. The pod racing was probably one of my favourite things to come from the prequels and the Phantom Menace, and I fell in love with, like, I love Formula 1 racing, and I think just that racing thing is sort of in my blood, and to see it in Star Wars form when the Phantom Menace came out, it stuck with me, and I still love it so much. So to see that nod there as well to Anakin and the prequels, and the fact that part of his engine remained there, then you know that for me that was an incredible moment. See, like, hearing the pod sound, and that's something which it doesn't go unnoticed for me as like a legit original and prequel Star Wars fan. It's those small touches which have the biggest impact on me. So when we heard Anakin's pod there, shivers everywhere. Like, it was just so nostalgic. It was a nostalgic punch. Like, it just went straight and got me straight away. And I thought that just makes me think how well made something like this has been. Coming up with new things as well. Like, they could have gone to Mos Eisley, they could have gone to Mos Espa, but they made them Mos I can't remember. Pablo. No, that's completely wrong. But they Mos Poggle, I don't know. But they still created something new and interesting. And what a great idea to include the Crate Dragon, something we've never really seen in Star Wars. Like, I don't know if we've seen any of the games, like the older games which I played when I was a kid. I don't think so. But the jetpacks when they were flying around, that scene I loved so much. Like, I don't know what it was, but when you see them take off and flying around and everything doing stuff, that reminds me of when you learnt the cheats in Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy, and then you could play as Boba Fett and fly around in the jetpack. That was my first jetpack experience in game format, was those games when I was like 9 and 10. And then onwards, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, and another 10 years. But yeah, to have them like flying around like that just made me think of when I was Kyle Katarn and trying to get Boba Fett on that episode, or I was one of the other Jedi, Jedi Academy. But that was an awesome scene, and I kind of liked that the armor didn't fit him whatsoever, but it was a very distinctive look, and to see his armor act just like Mandalorian's Beskar armor and deflect bullets, and that was awesome. I love that guy's backstory as well. Just set the tone so well for the story. Like, it was such a great introduction of the characters. Everything felt fresh, and that integration between the village people and the Sand people, I thought was an amazing idea. Like, we saw the Sand people in a way which, like, has never been seen before. Like, we've only ever seen them up to no good, like shooting Anakin's pod, and Anakin in return going back and, you know, doing what Anakin did to the women and the children too. He hates them. And then of course, like in New Hope, when they attack Luke Skywalker, like, we've only ever seen hostility from the Sand people and Tusken Raiders, so to see them in this light, it sort of eased up their brutality a little bit, and that was cool to see it, very different teaming up side for the Tuskens, but at the same time I've always seen them as this, don't mess with them, don't go near them, they cannot be reasoned with, and they will do whatever they want. Like, Tatooine is a harsh place, and they're the very essence of what comes out of Tatooine, things like Tusken Raiders, and that's something that always scared me when I was a kid, and their noise, which when they shout, it was something that's always, you know, didn't like so much when I was younger. It used to scare the crap out of me a little bit, but now as I've got older, it's just really cool to see like a different side. Than though it's just like the Star Wars nerd in me just thinks, would they really like reason with people? I'm not sure, because they even said it, like, they're brutal. So I don't know. But it was like amazing seeing the Banthas looked amazing. Like, this is what my greatest concern was with the Mandalorian and TV series, is that whole feeling of a TV would separate you from it feeling like a movie. So they would skip certain things. The music, for example. I love the music in it, but I love orchestral music for Star Wars. I think that's the whole premise of Star Wars. It did so well because it introduced that sort of traditional orchestral music once again back into cinema when the original Star Wars came out. So it became popular again, and John Williams, you know, skyrocketed the sort of music for scores and created something amazing. So I've always, just in the back of my mind, just liked that tradition to sort of carry on. So that's what kind of separates it for me from a TV series. Like, it has those elements in it, musical elements, but there's a lot of sort of modern things, like you can easily hear when it's a guitar, for example. And I know they're going for that sort of Western thing, which I think of course works, like especially with that new character as well. He was like your quintessential cowboy, basically, in the fact they had a marshal and a school. I don't think there'd be schools in Tatooine. I feel like it's just a place where there's slaves, people who don't want to be seen, the best star pilots, ships, and, you know, just people who are laying low. Like, it's not a place where educated people come from, shall we say. But I loved it so much. There were so many amazing scenes in this episode, and this gives me such great hopes for the rest of the season. I mean, this could not work in my favour, or our favour, if you share the same opinions for me, that our hopes could be so high that we expect amazing things now. There are many cool things which are still to come. I think if Ahsoka turns up, that's cool. Now we got Boba Fett in the sidelines. You don't know when he's going to turn up again. Also Moff Gideon, I think he was a really cool character. I'm looking forward to when his character's explored more. Whole Mandalorian thing is going to be interesting. See if there are more Mandalorians, but of course finding more about Baby Yoda. Maybe I would like grow just a little bit, because I mean, of course he's like 50 years old, but I would have thought they would have changed him slightly, because then obviously you can sell more toys. But then of course I'm not in charge of Lucasfilm, or have no job in Lucasfilm, because that makes sense. But it's going back to the theme parks again, like, this episode just screams to me so much, like how much I would love to go to Tatooine and just, I mean, imagine walking around the park and there's like, maybe you're walking around in sand, I don't know, but there's just so many opportunities to, like, it's clear you can create something new, which is what they've done here, but the essence of Tatooine is still there. They've created something new with the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but there's no Star Wars essence there. It's like they try to add things, but no matter what they add there, C-3PO, droids, original Star Wars characters, Yoda, they don't fit in. They just do not fit in. If it was a Jedi Temple then maybe Yoda would have fit in. If it was Dagobah, maybe Yoda would have fit in. But if it was Tatooine, for example, then there could have been like Obi-Wan Kenobi's house, and it's a sacred place full of Jedi things, and that's where you could pick up lightsabers that Obi-Wan Kenobi has, you know, looked after and kept. And Obi-Wan could have been in commune with Yoda on Dagobah, so to go to Obi-Wan Kenobi's house on Tatooine, you get to have that interaction with Yoda still, which I think is what they have at Galaxy's Edge. The Falcon could have been there still. They could have had traders all out in the streets and market, like a really bustly place. But it just turned into something really strange. I still don't think the Millennium Falcon ride works, or the First Order. It's like a part of Star Wars that not that many people feel attached to or emotionally attached to. So going through there, it's like, yeah, it's cool. And it's sad because there's a lot of effort that's been put into it, clearly. And it should be doing, I mean, under the circumstances at the moment, but it should have been doing a lot better than it was doing. So it's screaming to me that Tatooine was the route to go, and to think that that option was there and someone decided to go down their own original route again and do their own thing, ignore Star Wars and the general consensus and what fans want and connect to, and do something else. I just don't understand the options. Like, I feel like there needs to be a crack squad of Star Wars fans that need consulting, like a council of some sort, and they should be, whoever comes up with the idea should go to these crack squad, like these special council, we'll call them Jedi, and say, this is what we think is true, and then they should give them their opinion straight away. They will know exactly if that would be a good idea or not. I mean, to leave these big decisions up to someone who clearly at this point hates Star Wars at the moment, I feel like she does. I don't know, she's gone very, very quiet. And I don't think Kathleen Kennedy really has much to do with The Mandalorian. She might say that she does, maybe higher up. Obviously the tick boxes have to be ticked, but in the sidelines, like a true Sith Lord, sort of pulling the strings, as it were, and clambering onto as much power as possible before we have to let it go. And we'll never let it go anyway. But this says to me, this episode has just Star Wars fans all over it. This is where I want to see Star Wars going. And just the whole excitement of it, the story, and something refreshing with the Mandalorian. His jetpack looked amazing. The Crate Dragon, Tusken Raiders, the new Boba Fett, and the original Boba Fett. There were so many great things in here, and I cannot wait for the next episode now. So hopefully I'm not really going to have a problem uploading this again. Like, there's obviously going to be less reaction, but hopefully it's the main reaction bits which you enjoyed. So I enjoy, I mean, I more than enjoyed it, I love doing that, because obviously I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I just hope only good things for Lucasfilm and all Star Wars fans, and I hope that stuff like this is what's to come for Star Wars fans, which is great. But don't overdo it with the TV series. I'm very, very skeptical, very dangerous to do it on the TV. Current climate, perhaps that's a good idea. Overall though, Star Wars movies appear to have been ruined, and that's not good. That's not good whatsoever. But hopefully that will change somehow. I don't know. But anyway, I'm sure you're dying to tell me at this point, if you haven't done already, your favourite part of this Mandalorian episode. And perhaps you were like me, where you were not expecting Boba Fett at the end there. Like, you could see the aspect ratio go down. I thought, well, it's just going off into the distance, and then see someone standing there and my clogs are starting to move. I think, who is that? What is that? And then I saw sort of the Tusken rifle stick, because it was like kind of curved, and then to turn around, and that was it. Amazing. So maybe you had the same experience. Let me know down below, and I'd love to read your comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care of yourself, and remember, until next week, the Force will be with you.